Alright, what's going on guys? Fish here for Reignite TV, and welcome to part 4 of my Armor to God series. This week we're going to talk about the shoes that are the gospel of truth. Now, as always, we're going to break it down. We're going to talk about the clothing first, and then we're going to into the characteristic of that part of the armor. So first, shoes. What are shoes? Obviously they're things we put on our feet, but what significance does it have in this case with the armor? Well, back in Roman times, it was very rough, rocky terrain, wherever you go, and people, at least soldiers in this case, would march everywhere. Obviously, there weren't cars, and really only officers got to ride on horseback. So, all of the foot soldiers, obviously, would walk, hence the name foot soldiers. Now, if you've ever tried walking day after day for miles at a time, it is very painful. You have all those rocks that, catch your feet, it's very difficult. You'll eventually build up calluses, but that's not the point. The point I'm trying to make is those shoes protected their feet. Now, they weren't shoes that, we think of, they're more of the sandals, when we think of Jesus sandals, it's more like those. Not very important, but just a little cool fact. Another thing that shoes are really cool with is that they help us stand, or at least symbolically, on better ground, or at least show that we're on better ground than when we were. It's a psalm and a song. God picked us up from the miry clay and set our feet on the solid ground. Miry clay is, that uncertain path, that very unstable ground where, nothing seems to be going our way and that just everything's going wrong. But when we're put on that solid ground, we have a firm foundation. And that foundation is Jesus Christ. So, that's the significance of the shoes, is that it gives us a better foundation to stand on. And even if the terrain is rocky and rough and unstable, we now have these shoes that are the gospel of peace to protect us. So, what is the gospel of peace? Well, let's break this down now. The gospel, it basically translates to good news. We learn that when we talk about the gospel of Jesus, the good news of Jesus. And peace, at least in my translation, or my definition, is peace or calmness during tough situations and rough times. So, when you put that all together, we have the shoes that protect our feet from rough surfaces. Because we have peace in those rough circumstances. I think the best Bible story that I could illustrate this is when Peter was walking on water. He's out in the boat, the winds are rough, the waves are high, which everyone seems to overlook due to the fact he's actually walking on water. So he climbs out of the boat, looking fully at Jesus, and then after a few steps he gets distracted by the lightning, he gets scared, and then falls in the water. That's what the gospel of peace is about. The shoes of the gospel of peace is being able to walk on the waves during that stormy time because we're looking right at Jesus. That's the key, in my opinion, to successfully wear the armor of God. At least this part, the shoes that come from the gospel of peace, is knowing that Jesus Christ is bigger than any situation we're in, any circumstance we're going through. Jesus is bigger, and when we understand that we have that good news of peace during the storm, that's when we can stand up to just about anything. I want to thank you guys for watching. I hope this has been an encouragement to you guys, and I'll see you next week for the next part of the Armor of God series. I'll talk to you later.